Why does it seem that your average therapist out there is not getting breakthrough, and these kids are like, and let's talk about ADHD, they seem to have to go on to the Ritalins or the Concertas or the Strateras. They don't seem to break through, especially in ADHD.
Yeah, well, I think, the first question I ask parents when they come in here is, has anybody explained what's actually happening in your child's brain? And the answer is almost always no. And so the average practitioner out there, or I would say, almost all practitioners out there, unless people that have really been trained at the highest level of functional neurology, really don't understand the core issue. And they're just managing symptoms. So, as we talked about, the brain builds from the bottom up. It starts from the brainstem, from the medulla, where all the autonomic nuclei are, and that's also where what we have primitive reflexes come from. And so the brain, as we said, the right brain is developing first. So we have what's called vertical integration, so bottom up, and then the brain builds, and then it comes top down and it regulates everything. But at the same time, we have this horizontal integration. We have the right brain developing, taking the lead first, and then the left brain. And that's the way it's supposed to happen. Anything that deviates from that, especially within the first year, may cause a difference in that timing. And so like in autism and ADHD, what we typically see is, right from the beginning, there may be an issue in the womb. They may not be in the right position. They may not be there. The mom may not be progressing in the birth. They may not come through the birth canal. They may have a C-section. They may miss or skip or have truncated milestones. The bottom line is, at 12 months, almost exactly, all children should be able to walk a few steps, talk a few words, and have good eye contact and pointing. And at that point, these primitive reflexes should now be inhibited, and now they should go on to the next level, and that builds the bottom up and then top down. But at the same time, again, the right brain is on first and then the left brain. What we've found, and we've shown in our research, that if the primitive reflexes don't go away, and we see that these milestones aren't met the way they're supposed to, that it holds back brain development, and it keeps the brain in a more immature state, and especially can have more of an impact on the right brain during that development. And then in kids that are naturally gifted in the left brain, that left brain comes online too early, and then that pushes that right brain down. And that's where we see that regression sometimes in kids. And sometimes it happens before one, sometimes it happens later. But the level of that regression is often related to when that left brain comes on and it holds that right brain down. And now the left brain fully kicks in around, 2.5, 3. And that's when we also may see a big regression in kids, and where kids stop, responding to their name. They may not have, lose eye contact, or they start walking on their toes or stimming, or all of that. And so all of the symptoms in that situation is because the left brain came online too early and it's too strong, and the right brain is delayed and it didn't fully mature and develop. And then we can have the opposite relationship as well too. And all of that regulates also the parasympathetic and the sympathetic and the immune system. So the left hemisphere promotes the sympathetic, it promotes the immune system reaction and sensitivity of antibodies and white blood cells, and it also promotes inflammation. The right hemisphere promotes the parasympathetic, inhibiting the immune system, and anti-inflammatory cytokines and systems like the HPA axis.